Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today I'll be talking about Premier League last week prediction and preview. So the first game is Arsenal versus Watford. So the thing is, this game for Arsenal is totally nothing. As the Premier League season is quite it's done already because their loss against Aston Villa was pretty costly. But I think even if they did win that game, I think winning even if they did win this game, they still wouldn't qualify for Europa. So this is just a game for Arsenal to make their fans happy. I think Arsenal should win this game. For sure, many of their fans would be disappointed from the result against Aston Villa. And on the other hand, for Watford, they need a win badly, but I don't think they can win this game because if they play attacking football against Arsenal, I think it's going to be really costly because we know that the speed Arsenal got in the counter attack. So no matter what, I think Watford have to come up with a miracle to win this game and stay alive in Premier League, and I don't think that is going to happen. And on the other hand, for Arsenal, like their form is not even that bad. But like the thing is, I did mention in my previous video for Arsenal prediction that Arsenal will not really focus on Premier League table to get through to Europa because it was impossible, and now it's literally impossible. But I still think that they are gonna go for it and they're gonna try their best to win this game. So my prediction for this game is 3-1 to Arsenal. The second game is Burnley versus Brighton. This is a very interesting game as both sides have nothing to play for, and it is probably the most boring game for this match this match week. So for Burnley, they're number 17 in terms of their form after the break, and Brighton is number 15. So you can clearly see that Burnley is playing some wonderful football. And their only defeat came after the break was against Man City. I think they were defeated by 5-0, I think. And then on the other hand, Brighton, they haven't done anything since the break, and like they normally don't even win game regularly. Like they don't really stay in good shape. They just win the game on the right time, and I think that's what they did in the past two seasons, and this what they did this season as well. So I think when they did this in the first season, I thought they were going to relegate the next season, but then they did this again last season, and I really thought that they're going to do the similar thing this season. So they did. So I think they really got a very fighting hard spirit to stay in Premier League, and I think they'll do the same thing again next year. And for Burnley, I think they need a win or draw to make this as the best Premier League ever in terms of points. But in terms of position, I think they can get there. I think they got 7th a season or two ago. So yeah, nevertheless, I think Burnley is going to win this game. I did say that their team is pretty messed up because of the positioning that they're playing, but still they're performing so well. Many of the players are playing out of their position, but they're still doing a magnificent job, and I think they're going to win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. The third match is Chelsea versus Wolves. So this is a big one, I can say, because both sides want to win. Chelsea need a win in order to qualify for Champions League. Wolves also need a win to qualify for Europa, as Tottenham are absolutely flying. But if Wolves win, they're qualifying for Europa for sure, without any problem or hesitation. And for Chelsea, if they do lose this game or draw, they can still qualify for Champions League, but they need some result to go on their ways. So I think it is a pretty wide open game, as we know that Chelsea strikers are doing decent job. They've been performing really well against Liverpool. The striker done absolutely nothing wrong, I can say. If you want me to rate them out of 10, I would really give them 8 or 9. And then, but for their defense has been the biggest problem. And then against Liverpool, I think Chelsea could have conceded more goals instead of 5. But only if Salah, Mane, they did take some chances. And I think same thing is going to happen again, because Chelsea is going to try to attack, and they're going to leave. If they do leave space open for Wolves, I think this is going to be scary for them, because Wolves are really good at counter-attack, and then if they do give them space for counter-attack, I can say it is going to be very costly for Chelsea. And if you're a Chelsea fan, if you're watching this, I really hope you don't disagree with me. Maybe you will disagree with me, but I don't mind. But I'll just say my prediction. My prediction for this game is a high scoring one. It's a 3-2 to Wolves. I know it's actually a tough decision for me to say Wolves are gonna win because I don't think both sides deserve to lose. But I really think that Wolves' counter-attack is going to be the key for this game. But if Chelsea do organize their defense, I think maybe. I think the only problem for Chelsea is their defense. I don't really have any problem for their striking, their management, their everything. They don't have any problem for that. Their only problem is their defense. If they do give Wolves space to counter-attack, Jimenez, Adama, Jota, they are very scary in counter-attack, and I think this is gonna happen like the way Chelsea are playing at the moment. Well, they can fix the problem, like they got a smart coach, but I don't think they can fix the problem very quickly. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 3-2 to Wolves. So the next game is Crystal Palace versus Spurs. Crystal Palace have lost 7 games in a row, and Spurs got 13 points in their last 5 games without any defeat. So Spurs is doing a decent job, and then Harry Kane is looking really good. In my last video, I underestimated Spurs a little bit. I said they're gonna draw the game. I'm gonna take my words back, but I did admire Harry Kane, and I think I did say he's gonna score a goal, and this is what happened. Harry Kane is looking really good, and I think Harry Kane will again score in this game for sure. And for Crystal Palace, I don't really see anything anymore. Like their games against Wolves, I thought maybe they'll try to change the table around us. Wolves hasn't been much consistent this after the defeat against Arsenal, but that didn't happen. I think Wolves really played well that game, so Crystal Palace didn't have any chances. And against Spurs, I think same thing is going to happen. Spurs is going to keep on coming at them. Spurs is going to try to score goals. Like they don't really need to score a lot of goals, as I think they do have a better goal difference to with Wolves compared to Wolves. So yeah, Tottenham just need a win and hope Wolves lose or draw. And I think Spurs is going to win this game with a scoreline of 3-0. Yes, Spurs is going to win 3-0. And I think Harry Kane is going to score one of the goal. And I think after this, Mourinho might actually stay in Spurs. I know I did say Mourinho might not be suited for Spurs, but he has done a decent job in the past few games. The next game we're going to talk about is Everton versus Bournemouth. This is a big game as well for Bournemouth, as they're looking to stay in Premier League. But I don't think Bournemouth can stay, unfortunately, because I think their form is not consistent enough to stay in Premier League. Yes, they did win against Leicester City. They did try to survive against Man City, but I think the main game was against Southampton. They didn't really perform that well. Like they had to win that game. They had to show a fight, but they actually didn't really play some good football. I know Southampton is also playing some decent football, but like Bournemouth should have been motivated. They know they had to win that game because winning against Everton is very tricky because Everton sometimes really plays some good football. And if you look at Everton recent form, their win against Sheffield and draw against Wolves at Aston Villa. So they've done a decent job again. But like I said many times, Everton is a side that you don't know when will they wake up, and when they wake up, they play some really decent football. So Bournemouth hasn't done that. There was some good sign when they scored 2 goals against Man U, draw against Spurs, win against Leicester, but then the form start to go down again, and I don't think they can win this game. I think max is a draw, but I'm gonna back Everton to win this game with a scoreline of a 2-1. But I won't be surprised